just as a person. That's how I identified with. When I was a kid, I wanted to be Mike because I thought that sounded like adult. But that's like now what I really don't identify with. I'm not a Mike. People started calling me Mikey Moo.
I think it might be a nickname that he has. It kind of matches, it matches the vibe of the band too. It's kind of perfect.
I think it's cute. At first I was like, but you know, naming the band is like the hardest part. Thank you, Michael, taking care of that.
Now people call me Moo. I guess it stands out, looks good on a poster and alliterative and all that. As we release more stuff, it'll get more Googleable.
Tonight on Band in Seattle, playing songs from their debut album, Fresh Idiot, Mikey Moo's pop songs are truly multidimensional. Welcome to Band in Seattle, live from the historic Central Saloon.
My name is Nikki Danger. I play bass and sing background vocals in Mikey Moo.
I'm Scott Hilgeson. I play drums in Mikey Moo.
Hey, I'm Michael Lee from Mikey Moo. There was not a lot of music in my household growing up, so it kind of came later on, 11, 12, 13. Grew up in Seattle, so definitely have like those iconic Seattle people as influences. When I was a teenager, I was in a band and got some like attention locally from, like 107.7 The End. This is back in the day. Did some tours. We toured with Shonen Knife. Kind of got some exposure and went into the sort of major label game to no returns on that, you know what I mean? Lots of like demo deals, and that kind of actually really informed how I approach music now, because I got to see that as like a 15 and 16-year-old. Kind of early on learned the dangers of maybe like sacrificing your own voice.
From the wrecking ball, nothing short of luck could brace us for the fall.
I was playing in the Young Evils for a long time, so we were doing a bit of touring and stuff, and I was just kind of putting together little voice memo scraps of song ideas. But then that really didn't emerge until later. Young Evils kind of finally took a little break, and I had some time to focus on that. Went to some pals. They had a house in Astoria that they let me stay at for a couple weeks, and I just demoed out these voice memo ideas. It's a pretty linear roadmap to the album Fresh Idiot. there were some pals to do some tracking for the project at Kill Room Studios, which is in Georgetown. And it started as kind of like more of a organic, I don't mean acoustic band in that like acoustic guitar, but like, you know, drums, guitar, bass. Me and my buddy Alex, who is the producer, Alex Robert, he's the front person for a band called Black Whales. He is really like the secret sauce for the whole thing and like just tolerated my whims. I mean, with the pandemic and all that, like we had so much time to just tinker and turn knobs, and so it ultimately kind of mutated into a, you know, there's beats, there's synths, there's, you know, it's not what we thought we were doing when we started, but the songs are all there.
Michael and I have been friends for a really long time, and he just called me one day and asked if I wanted to play bass for him. And I said yes.
Well, I played in a band with Michael called The Young Evils some time ago. He approached me with some songs that he had been working on, some stuff that I had kind of heard through the grapevine, and really enjoyed his music and his songwriting. And he approached me and asked me if I wanted to play drums, and you know, the answer was unequivocally yes.
When we return, find out more about Mikey Moo.
I'm answering to a name no longer recognized. Shake a hand, grease a palm, kinda hard to say. If heaven wasn't hopeless, I'd pray every night and day. Oh, then bruise those knees like an altar boy.
Skip the Pretend is probably some of the most intimate lyrics that are actually like personal. That song's kind of about growing up in a religious environment, realizing that you are identifying as a queer person and those things working kind of at cross purposes, and you know that's a stressful situation for an adolescent, and then you got to figure out where you're going to take that as an adult.
Skip the Pretend, kind of boppy, has like, it bounces a lot, has a kind of like a Michael Jackson-esque drum beat that comes in. That's super fun. And it's kind of, almost feels like it's coming out of nowhere, but when it hits you pretty hard.
I'll leave you with the others, but you just find another way. Then this is like an altar boy. Oh, oh. Hey, what you doing again? Could I just call me up? That'd be the end. Simple mistake, over and over again. No button for rewind, like I might find a clue. Green is the psychological end. I should have just called you out.
Whenever you hear artists talk about like how they write songs, you know, the often kind of cliched quote is that like it just sort of happens and is gifted to you or whatever, and I kind of feel that way. Like I remember finding chord shapes and melodies and being excited by those, but I don't really remember where they came from, you know, or like the process they just sort of built. Yeah, Heartache is like the centerpiece of this album.
He's just a peach of a human, and it's very easy. And he's very talented and able to connect emotionally, which I think is really important. Like people want to connect to your songs. Like people want to like feel something, and I think Michael's really good at that.
He's very good at writing pop songs. He's really good at writing a lot of different he's just a great musician in general. Compositions of his work is really, really cool. Something that I haven't really done specifically, so it was a cool challenge for me to come in and do a little bit more kind of like subdued pop. I don't know what else to say about it. You just kind of get stuff done and it's always good.
That thing I used to do, it never mattered much at all. I could always fake it because I was much too proud to give it a ring. Oh, how about a string? I was always much too high. Someone's gonna bring me down. Every time I'm cheerleading for the opposite side, it's just silence, A+ or A-. Don't worry, what could you be? I'm bearing the bricks that I began to make hard enough. I think I'll do some drinking. That thing I shouldn't do.
Sweetie Pie is my nemesis. That song is so hard to play. Oh, it's a complicated bass line. It's like the most challenging thing I've ever played.
That one's super fun. I love the little like synth hits and stuff, and the rhythm, what the rhythm section's doing in there is really cool too. Yeah, that one's really fun.
Definitely remember when I was demoing it, I was deep into like that band Alabama Shakes, and I was like chasing that sort of like soulful vibe. When we click, that song is like one of my favorite to play, for sure.
Someone's gonna tell her, hey, little one, don't fight, don't run. I will always play the part of the same silly girl, and everyone is oh so tired. It's always down to the wire because I was much too proud and living on a weightless cloud. Climbing into lava, tell me if it matters now.
After the break, discover more about Mikey Moo.
Catch and release. That's kind of just about like getting back out in the world after you've been stuck in a cycle and sort of like enjoying the small little things in life, your friends and sex and the world. If you've been locked in a box for a minute, it's kind of about finding the key.
Catch and Release is kind of harkens back a little bit to like more of like a 70s, 60s sound, which I think is really cool about that song.
Don't make me fight for those scraps of mine, 'cause it's hard enough to know. Am I looking for the carriage or a hearse? Well, it seems that we have fallen in between, but there is nothing in between. But you'll be not alone. Oh, but baby, I've seen you just start with a little, then take it all. You roll with Michael on the wall. Baby, my good lives are in short supply. It's getting bigger, about to burst, and it won't feel just like the first time. Hey, what's happening?
Nikki, I haven't worked with Nikki before in the past, but I have listened to her music and I've always enjoyed her as a person, and she's a gem. She's the one that's just gonna get stuff done, and it's cool. She's a badass.
Scotty like never falters. He is always on time, like rhythmically. Like you can count on Scotty. He's a good drummer. Good musician, like all around. Like Scotty is like multi-layered and talented as well.
There's just a trust between Nikki and Scotty. They're different players for sure that have their own voices, but you know, what I love about Scotty is that like he's not flashy, but he's so in the pocket, and like the three of us, particularly those two, like really serve these songs well and bringing them to life, even though they're very different players.
Oh, I have seen you just start with a little.
These songs have been in my head for forever. Very excited to write new music, which I've got, you know, piling up. I've learned to finally start labeling my voice memos on my iPhone, because I used to just be like, you know, number 374, and now I'm like, poppy song, sounds like Rihanna, blah, blah, you know, whatever, you know, so I can like go back and kind of see what's good. But, you know, I'm excited to support this record, and I'd love to, you know, take it on the road. There's no rush to do anything. I'm playing with immensely talented people.
As a band, I think progression-wise, us working more together, collaborating with other people, traveling, you know, meeting new people and seeing new places, and being a band, having fun, and making the best music that we can, and stuff that we enjoy, and hopefully other people enjoy it too.
You ever find that self-control? Like the time you pushed me when I said is wearing what we're supposed to be. I figured it out, but it's not that easy. Climb the branches of this broken tree. You see the sky like a concrete ceiling. But how have you fallen through it?
Uncomfortable Silence is the first single on the record. It's the first track. And I feel like it sort of sets the tone and vibe for it. Lyrically, you know, I mean, it's like kind of about like sitting with yourself, or realizing that you're not sitting with yourself, and maybe you need to just take a beat.
Uncomfortable Silence is, it was like the first song that we put out, and that's like kind of the hit, I guess, if you could call it the hit.
Not take a bow, just another sign that shows me how an act of defiance, turning up her face and gown. So that's the way it goes. Moon.
You know, in the past, I've always kind of been a sideman in bands. Mikey Moo is the project where it's like my voice. You know, even having some people come up to me, like it's weird for me to have someone that I know or don't know come up and say, is that the lyric from this song? I'm like, oh, you actually like sought out my lyrics, or, you know what I mean? Like, to have something like that mean something to someone, I mean, that's a pretty powerful thing that I have very limited experience with. You know, that obviously feels really good.
Getting called dirty names, 'cause dirty is a taste I know. Now might be the right time, so ring the bell and let this little heart break over mine.
watching. To find out more about our bands, go to bandinseattle.com. Special thanks to the Central Saloon.